In this video, we are going to introduce the standard normal distribution. So the standard normal distribution is a normal distribution. So it takes this bell-shaped curve. And for the standard normal distribution, the mean is always 0 and the standard deviation is always 1. So it's a type of normal distribution where the mean is 0 and the standard deviation is 1. So find the probability that Z is less than 2.1. So 2.1 will be over here. So it's 2.1 standard deviations above the mean. So we're going to grab our calculator. So menu, distributions. We want our normal cumulative distribution. Our lower is a really big negative number. So I'll put negative 1000. Our upper is 2.1. Standard deviation is 1. And the mean is 0. And we get our probability of 0.982. Find the probability that Z is less than negative 1.2. So negative 1.2 will be over here somewhere. Find the probability it's less than that. So this green part here. So again, we'll take the calculator. We'll keep our lower as negative 1000. Our upper is now negative 1.2. And our standard deviation is still 1. Our mean is still 0. We get 0.115. And find the probability that Z is between negative 1.4 and 0. So negative 1.4 will be over here. 0 is the mean. So we want this part here. So we can just do that on the calculator. Between negative 1.4 and 0. And we get 0.419. Okay, 3 for you to try. See if you can give them a go. So again, it's a standard normal. So we know the mean is at 0. The standard deviation is at 1. Find the probability that Z is less than negative 0.5. So our lower is going to be a really big negative number. Our upper is negative 0.5, and it's still a standard normal. So our mean is 0, standard deviation is 1. We get 0.309. Find the probability Z is less than 1.4. So we're just going to change the upper to 1.4. 0.919. And the probability that Z is between 0 and 1.75. So lower is 0, upper is 1.75. 0.460. Again, we've got a standard normal distribution. So our mean is 0, standard deviation is 1. We need to find the value of A so that the probability that Z is less than A is 0.35. So on our bell curve, we've got an area of 0.35. What is A? So we're going to use our inverse normal distribution. So on the calculator, we're going to inverse normal. We know the area is 0.35. And we know the mean is 0, standard deviation is 1. So we get negative 0.385. The probability Z is greater than A is 0.59. So that means the probability that Z is less than A is 0.41. The whole probability has to add up to 1. So we're going to use 0.41. When we use our inverse normal, it's always the area from left to right. So 0.41 is our area, and that will give us our A. 0.41, and our value is negative 0.228. And for part C, the probability that Z is between negative A and A is 0.7. Let's look at this, what this looks like. So we know we've got 0 in the middle. And because it's symmetrical, that means we're going to have 0.35 on each side of A. So A and negative A, which means we've got 0.15 in the other two parts. Again, because it's symmetrical and it has to add up to 100% to 1. So if we use 0.15 as our area, we'll find negative A, and then we can just multiply it by negative 1 to make it positive as well. So negative A is negative 1.04. So A is 1.04. Okay, 3 for you to try. See if you can give them a go. So again, standard normal, the mean is 0, the standard deviation is 1. Find the value of A, so the probability Z is less than A is 0.84. 0.84 is our area. Mean is 0, standard deviation is 1. We get 0.994. Find the value of A, so the probability Z is greater than A is 0.36. So again, if it's greater than A, 0.36, less than A must be 1 minus 0.36, which will be 0.64. So 0.64 is the area we're going to use. And we get 0.358. And for the last one, let's sketch it again. So we've got between negative A and A is 0.6. Because it's symmetrical, we're going to split that into 0.3 on both sides. And then that means 0.2 is in the tails. So we're going to use 0.2 as our area, and that will find us the value of negative A. So 0.2, again, the mean and standard deviation, they're not going to change. It's the standard normal. Mean is 0, standard deviation is 1. We get negative 0.842. So A is 0.842.